Good morning. This is Dr. Polaiah. I'm very happy to share my today lecture, that is functional block diagram steps in digital image processing, which is the topic I'm actually concentrating towards to enhance our knowledge in digital image processing, where the topic we are covering from image processing syllabus. So I'm very happy to say one more important point, that we are in a continuation of our syllabus, but the topic which I am concentrating today, it is 100% very fundamental topic, which we are going to be concentrate for the sake of the complete digital image processing content, how we can establish from this topic alone. So we everyone has to be concentrate such a topic which we are monitoring one another from step by step procedural process. How in this sense? Let me take this one of the what we called application point of view. So the functional block diagram of steps in digital image processing, which we are establishing in the connection of computer graphics, or in the connection of pure or image processing, or in the connection of computer vision. So here, such a computer vision, nothing but when we concentrate the enhancement of the concepts from one to another, let we have the creation of images which we are considered under the computer graphics. So actually, the creation of images nothing but when we are going to be use some graphics in the sense which we are going to be created your required frames of images. So that we want to understand from image processing only. That is nothing but the manipulation of the image which we are going to be considered even under the computer graphics alone. So that simply we can say image processing is nothing but enhancement or other manipulation of image is called image processing. But where we are going to be connect this image processing in terms of computer vision, simply we are going to use computer vision analysis of the image content. The image content is nothing but when we are taking an image, this is an image, this is an image, which we are going to define either 2D or 3D image in terms of matrices, in the sense M by M content of information. So the image content is here various according to your basic image. For example, the complete image content, how it is various either in terms of pure image processing or the application of image processing, where we are concentrated in terms of either computer graphics or computer vision. I'm considered today either computer graphics or computer vision. Okay, so we want to establish the image content of information towards to the any application. So we had to concentrate such a image processing, that is the two functional block diagrams of steps in digital image processing, which we are going to be used either in form of computer graphics or in the form of computer vision applications. Okay, so how actually we concentrate that? So simply the functions of the blocks which I am establishing here completely based on the complete knowledge of the systematical steps in digital image processing. So the digital image processing of the knowledge which we are going to be established in steps in terms of steps, nothing but one by another. This is step number one, means you may consider as image acquisition, next image enhancement, next image restoration, next color image processing, and then wavelets or multi-resolution processing, or image compression, morphological image processing, or segmentation, object recognition, representation and description of an image. We'll see one by another. First one, we consider first what the block we are considering here is you are consider one of the image. This is an image. Okay, this image is completely in terms of either 2D 2D image. Right now we consider as 2D. You want to restore this image into your required what we call visible, required computer vision, required in a computer blocks. There we are going to be concentrate one another. We are going to be use image acquisition, image enhancement, and restoration. Here I am concentrating the step which I am concentrating according to your requirement. Your block will be concentrated. That means your steps of the block will be concentrated. For example, let me take instead of image restoration, if I consider morphological image processing, is nothing but morphological means it is nothing but fit and hit process, fit and hit process. Okay, so that fit and hit process in the sense when we are going to be compare an image and bulk of image processing, bulk of images with one to another we are comparing, that means fit and hit processing happen here to find out which image of the content is correct or not correct. How can you say in the sense you are going to be compare one of the image to the another. When we compare that values of image processing, we call as a morphological image processing. Actually, we discussed about this in detail about morphological image processing in previous class. But I am concentrating here. Why we want to concentrate such a steps as in one of the functional block? In the sense, you are going to be understand here such a complete image processing content is established one step by another step. He is here to course to connect one block to the another block in terms of your requirement process. Let you say another one is segmentation. So when you consider the step involved in digital image processing is segmentation. In the sense, the segmentation is nothing but subgroups of your subgroups of an image, subgroup of an image. So in image, the image which we are considered the image which we are going to be divided into subgroups. Okay, so subgroups. So there we are finding the each and every pixel intensity values of the relations. Okay, so that means the classification of the image content we are going to process by using segmentation process. Okay. So when we want to keep on connecting one to other in the sense, the best thought is here. You want to concentrate on object recognition. So that means your image processing is also concentrating the best application is object recognition. How in the sense recognition? So let you see here. First of all, you are going to be acquire an image. That image is we are going to pre-process by using image enhancement, and then we are going to be restore it. Then we are going to be connected to the morphological. Nothing but fit and hit process will happen at morphological, and then you are going to be establish your subgroups of images processing, and then connecting to the object recognition. Then we are going to be see the representation and description of an image. So that means when we concentrated on object recognition, in the sense you are going to be taking to consideration of your image recognition. So that that image recognition is part by part. That means pixel to the pixel your concentration. That is your length of an image which you are considering here in terms of pixel process. Okay, so we consider simply by consideration of this one of the computer vision application, IRIS application process. You know, IRIS application process in this sense, completely concentrating on object recognition only. Next, we are going to be see another application, that is representation and description of an image. Okay, so here representation and description of an image, how we are going to be representing in the sense we are going to be see that is nothing but the boundary compare the boundaries of the image pixel values we are comparing. So how you may find it in the sense we have the knowledge about segmentation and we have knowledge about object recognition, then we are going to represent it. What are your grouped? What are your subgroup of an content of an image, which we are keeping in terms of recognize as in terms of object recognition, then we are going to be see that representation process. So simply we can represent one to other pixels of that. So why you this shape is like this? Why not other? Because your content of an image occupies the pixels which are here tools to describe in your required manner. In your required manner. For example, you are keeping here an image which is in terms of thumbprints. Nothing but your pixel may be like this. So according to that, we are going to be represent and we give the description whether it is process is correct. So coming to the another important one is compression. So you have your image compression here according to the your format of an image. Here I am taking is PNG image, or you may be take another form of image which we are keeping in terms of HTML format. So what do you mean to understand here? So this are HTML is not considered under our image compression, which we are considered here only. So either PNG format or JPEG format. Okay. So these formats which we are going to be used towards in terms of comparison. You see, compression process may happen with the same name of the file which we are going to be compare one to another. Here, the percentage wise we can understand. This is the percentage wise. You see, why this percentage wise we are understanding in the sense the occupancy of the storage image content is going to be compressed. It's also one of the steps in the digital image processing. Why? Because the file that is the acquired image is right now converted into digital form by the applying sampling process and quantization, where we discussed about it in the starting itself. But here, that comparison file which we are understanding in terms of number of bits. That is, we simply says in the previous class about BPP, bits per pixels. Each pixel wise, we are going to be convert in terms of bits, in terms of process of digital image processing. That process of digital image processing is one of the application is image compression. Why we want to compress an image? This is because of the file which we are uploading into the your particular system may accept only within the one what we call within the range of the BPS, that is bits per pixel values. So that's what, if your image content is very general and you require into the required number of pixels, number of bits per pixels values, then we are going to be compressed. So that that compression is very important application is here. We are going to discuss in detail about the same image compression in the coming classes also. Okay. Next, we are going to have color image processing. You know, the meaning of color image processing is nothing but we are considering RGBs, and this RGB, red, green, blue color images, we are converted into required models. There are the different color models we called as color models. These color models are, we are discussed the CMY color model. Okay. So what do you mean to understand CMY or CMYK is one of the color models? What do you mean to understand this color models, color in the color image processing? Because today every processing we are considered in terms of color image processing only. So today everywhere that means the digital technology is running in terms of very cheap towards to analyze the complete content in terms of color image processing. So that means such a cheapest technology which we are using here towards to give the importance of your image processing in terms of consideration with the consideration with the complete consideration with in terms of color image processing, we can be easy. So what do you mean to understand here? Color image processing means that you take an image. Okay, this is the image which you are consider and color imaging, color image. Okay, understand? This is color image that we converted into required colors. Why want color convert into required? To understand each and every part of information, yeah, for the sake of yeah, different applications. We are going to discuss in coming slides what are the application where we are applying. Okay, let we see that. For example, when we consider this complete statistical, whatever we discussed this, let me to say here there are 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 steps, as I told you. These are all 9 steps which we are going to discuss one by another. Step 1, image acquisition. What do you mean image acquisition? The image is captured by a sensor. Camera is here, a capturing, okay, and digitize it. If the output of the camera or sensor is not already in digital form, you have to convert from analog to digital converter. So this process simply we also called as a modalities for getting the image into the computer. Next is step number 2, which we are going to discussing here in terms of image enhancement functional block. So that we are going to process that complete. The idea behind enhancement techniques is to bring out details that are hidden or simple to highlight certain features of interest in an image. So image is here, but not be 100% visible. So you are enhance it and you are bringing. So that process happened in the step number 2. But coming to the step number 3, restoration. That is what we discussed just now in terms of graphical computer graphics or computer vision analysis. So what do you mean computer graphics or computer vision? So computer vision is concentrating just analysis of the image content, but where graphics are nothing but we modify your required of image. But here restoration is applied, your vision technology is applicable here. What I mean to understand here is the improvement appearance of an image is to be mathematical or probabilistical models for the sake of you are going to be prepared regarding what the constitution of a good enhancement result happen through these models. Okay. Next, fourth step is color image processing, where we can understand the complete color image processing. Is here I said you that extra features of interest in an image is going to be applied in color modeling. That is RGB. Right now, you are going to be keep on to modeling and processing in the digital domain, etc. Coming to the 5th one, that is resolution. We are going to be applying the multi-resolution analysis using wavelets or else even segmentation also we can apply. So what do you mean to multi-resolution is here you are concentrating that completely in terms of different approach of signal processing that gives a coarse as well as detailed information that the same time. In this sense, your processing will be happen at the same time. So here WT is nothing but wavelet. So this wavelet expansion of MRE which resolves the signal in the domain that is best suitable for analysis and gives your frequency transformation and also computational efficiency increase at the step number 5. Compression, as we discussed at the step number 6, it is a technique for reducing the storage required to save an image or bandwidth required to transmit it. It happened at step number 6. Where step number 7 is morphological image processing is nothing but as I said, it is processing in a simple manner of tools which are using fit or hit for extracting the image components that are useful in the representation and the description of one particular shape of an image. So this step would be a transition from process that output images towards to process that output image attributes of the image processing is here. Of course, we discussed that one of the process which we are using here in image processing technique or image processing method is segmentation processor. Segmentation procedures partitions an image into the constituent parts or objects. So that important trip in this segmentation is more likely recognized is to be succeed. A representation and description, it is one of the important step where we are after the completion of segmentation, we have to see that representation and description happen perfectly or not. Nothing but you are going to be see the make a decision whether the data should be represented as a boundary or as a complete region. It is almost always follow the output of an segmentation stage. What does it mean boundary representation or region representation? In the sense, boundary representation focused on external shape characteristics such as corners and inflections, where regions or region representation focus on internal properties. Sorry, focus on that is region representation focus on internal properties such as structure or skeleton shape. Okay, so that is important. So coming to the almost the concept which we are concentrating here, the complete steps in digital image processing is right now concentrate on transforming raw data into your required sortable form for subsequent computer processing. Description in terms of deals with extracting the attributes that results in some quantitative information of interest or basic for differentiating one class of object from another. So let us take example at step number 10, that is object recognition. So this process assigns label to of an image based on the information provided by its description. So recognition is the process that assigns a label such as vehicle to an object based on its descriptions. So I'm extending that object recognition in terms of some of the applications which we can concentrate in terms of image sharpening and restoration, medical imaging, surveillance, law enforcement, mission or robot vision, color image processing or video processing may use that. For example, image enhancement is use the motherboard towards to understand to cross check the whether the connections are made the mission perfectly. Because today the complete technology that is motherboard technology is preparing by the missions only. So and similarly even in the medical field or even at the region based where we can look your place also concentrating by the use of image enhancement understandably. So next artistic effects which we are using right today's in the movie, especially in movie preparation, our image processing play major role. So that play vital role in terms of adding special effects and make the composite image processing. So similarly, medicine also really you want to find from an image which is in terms of MRI image. MRI means magnetic resonance imaging. So that MRI image is scan ray. We can also concentrate on boundaries between the types of tissues. That is image gray levels representing tissue density or shortable filter highlight the edges also. Next, we also use the same steps of image processing in digital image processing by the for the application of GIS. That is what we call GIS is a Geographical Information System. GIS. So it is concentrating completely digital image processing techniques are used extensionally towards to manipulate the satellite imaginary. So terrain classification, metrology image processing. So coming to the another one is law enforcement. Today everyone is using that is the law department, nothing but police department, completely image processing they are using by installing the CC cameras at various places, especially in metropolitan cities. They're completely monitoring and controlling the police department through law enforcement rules and regulations are here. That is, they can see that how the peoples are moving while riding the vehicles or how they are using their complete day-to-day life while working in the offices, also monitoring by using the this law enforcement only. That's what everyone is aware about CC camera image processing, which helps to them towards to save their thought from their thoughts and towards to save from others also. So next, HCI is a human computer interface for the more and technologies right now using HCI. We also call as HCI is HMI. HMI is human machine interface. We also call as BMI. What do you mean BMI is brain machine interface? That means you are going to be concentrate your complete task towards to do. Does anyone remember that user interface from the majority reports? So these tasks can be extremely difficult, but we can enhance and you can resolve and you can simply run such application by using image processing. So I hope you understood the complete today the functional block diagram, how involved in terms of steps, around 9 steps. Extensionally, we used towards to discuss as a 10 steps where we can applicable to the various application. Of course, I will be referred some of the application, especially the major applications in medicine and law enforcement and artistic effects, etc. But we can also refer some more application by using our list of reference from the prescribed textbooks. I hope you understood today's topic and you are going to use this knowledge for the sake of where we can do some of the simple tasks by consideration as a problem statement and solve that as a project towards achieve your required robust results. Thank you so much for your kind attention on our discussion. Thank you so much. I'm stopping here. We'll continue in next class. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.